How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just want to come on here for a while and give him a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage from 2 nights ago, which was April 22nd, 2022. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was Adam Cole versus Tomohiro Ishii in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament qualifying match in the men's division. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Adam Cole went over with the boom and advanced in the Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament in the men's division. That was match 1, by the way. Match 2, it was Lance Archer versus Serpentico. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Lance Archer went over with the blackout. Now, before the match, as Serpentico was already out in the ring, Lance Archer and Jake the Snake Roberts came out. Well, Serpentico attempted to attack Lance Archer with a tope suicida, but Lance Archer executed a forearm shot to Serpentico's face and knocked him out. Then Lance Archer executed the choke slam to Serpentico on the apron, and then Lance Archer threw Serpentico in the ring before the match started and everything. That was cool. And after the match, Lance Archer executed a couple choke slams to Serpentico and laid him out, and Lance Archer was getting ready to do a third one, but instead he laid Serpentico down, and Lance Archer and Jake the Snake Roberts were laughing and everything about it. And everything. Which that was cool. That was after the match, by the way. And that was match 2, by the way. Match 3, it was Eddie Kingston versus Daniel Garcia, and the stipulation was the Jericho Appreciation Society, which are Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker, and Proud and Powerful, which are Santana and Ortiz, were banned from ringside. Well, anyway, so match 3, it was Eddie Kingston versus Daniel Garcia. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Eddie Kingston went over with the spinning back fist. Well, after the match, Eddie Kingston took his belt off and was getting ready to whip Daniel Garcia with it, but Eddie Kingston got the microphone and grabbed hold of Daniel Garcia, and Eddie Kingston made Daniel Garcia look at the camera, and Eddie Kingston cut a promo and was saying, "Chris Jericho, I'm saving this whipping for you. Daniel Garcia, relay this to your boss," and everything, and Eddie Kingston celebrated his victory and everything. That was cool. That was after the match, by the way. And match 4, which was the main event, it was Jade Cargill versus Marina Shafir for the TBS Women's title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Jade Cargill went over and retained the TBS Women's title with the Jaded. Now, after the match, as Jade Cargill was celebrating her victory, Mark Sterling came into the ring, and a bunch of balloons and money came down from the sky. And as that was going on, Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan came into the ring to celebrate with Jade Cargill as well, and everything. That was cool. And that was after the match, by the way. Now there's one thing I did forget after the match between Adam Cole versus Tomohiro Ishii in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament qualifying match in the men's division, I did forget to add that after the match, Adam Cole and Jay White celebrated Adam Cole's victory, and Orange Cassidy was tending to Tomohiro Ishii while Rocky Romero was laid out because where he was attacked by Jay White during the match and everything. That was cool too. And that was after that match, by the way. Now, besides the matches, the Jericho Appreciation Society, which are Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker, were backstage, and a bunch of security guards came by, and one of the security guards let Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker that they're not allowed in the arena tonight and everything. And Chris Jericho started mouthing off to the security guard, talking about how he makes more money than him in a year than he does in one night, and talked about how the Jericho Appreciation Society owns AEW and how Rampage is his show and everything, and as Chris Jericho was Jake Hager, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker were getting pissed off and everything as well, but as Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Daniel Garcia, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker, which are the Jericho Appreciation Society, were getting pissed off and everything, and were getting ready to go after that security guard, a bunch of other security guards came along, and Daniel Garcia told Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker, he said, Jericho, he said, Chris, this is, I've kicked Eddie Kingston's ass twice already. I'm going to kick his ass again tonight, because I am a sports entertainer after all, and this is going to be for you. And then Daniel Garcia told the security guards to move out of his way, so they did, and Chris Jericho was saying, we're leaving because we want to, not because we have to, because my boy Jake Hager here would tear all your heads off one by one. And with that being said, I'm calling and making a complaint on all of you. And then Matt Menard was saying, HR, human resources, and everything. And so the Jericho Appreciation Society, Daniel Garcia ended up going to the locker room to get dressed and everything. But the other members of the Jericho Appreciation Society, which are Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker, left the arena and everything. That was cool. Lexi Nair interviewed Hook. Well, Lexi Nair was asking Hook a question and everything, but Danhausen was in another room eating a bag of chips, Lay's potato chips, and Danhausen was saying, So now do I have your attention, Hook? Now do I get a match against you? And Hook grabbed a hold of Danhausen and slammed him up against the wall, and Hook said, You want my attention? Now you got it. Hook ended up leaving, and Danhausen was looking on and everything. That was cool. Tony Nese and Mark Sterling cut a promo, and Mark Sterling was talking about how Tony Nese is a premier athlete, and how he is the premier athlete, and how he's been undefeated since aligning with him and everything. And then Tony Nese was saying, since I have now aligned myself with Mark Sterling has been lining opponents up for me, and I've been taking them out one by one, and I'm going to continue to do so, and everything. That was cool. Tony Schiavone interviewed Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, and Tony Schiavone brought up about Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland losing to Team Taz, which are Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, and Keith Lee was saying, Tony, yes, Swerve and I, we lost our match, but it was all because of Taz. Now Taz, I've looked up to him all my life, and he was the reason I got into this business. But I'm going to say right now, I'm pissed off about the outcome of our match and everything. And then Swerve Strickland was saying, you know, Tony, my boy Keith Lee here, he's pissed off because Taz interfered in our match. But I'm going to say this right now. Calvin and Hobbs, this war is far from over. And my boy Keith Lee and I, we are not going to stop until one of us bleeds and everything. That was cool. Tony Schiavone interviewed Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Tony Storm, and Tony Schiavone brought up about Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, and Tony Storm all being in the Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament for the women's all qualifying for the Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament in the women's division. And Britt Baker was talking about how she was going to go on and win the Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament in the women's division and everything, and talked about how she was the best women's wrestler in AEW and everything. And then Tony Storm was saying, Britt, since you've been AEW, well, Tony Storm said, Britt, you know, since you've been the AEW Women's Champion, you've not done nothing in AEW. When are you ever going to leave Pittsburgh? Now, Britt, now Jamie, I'll see you later on in the tournament. Jamie Hayter said, yeah, you will. Then Tony Storm said, Britt, you've done nothing since you've lost the AEW Women's Champion, AEW Women's title. You've not done nothing. So when are you ever going to leave Pittsburgh? Honestly, Britt, once I get past Jamie Hayter, I'm coming for you. I hope to see you and teach you a lesson and everything. And then Tony Storm walked off, and Britt Baker was saying, why'd she just leave? Jamie Hayter said, she always walks off, that's her thing. So as Tony Storm left, Tony Schiavone, Britt Baker, and Jamie Hayter just looked on and everything. That was cool. AEW aired a vignette of the build-up of the match between Dax Harwood versus Cash Wheeler in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup tournament qualifying match in the men's division. Which was cool. And Mark Henry interviewed Marina Shafir and Jade Cargill along with Mark Sterling, and Mark Henry was asking Jade Cargill, Mark Henry was asking Jade Cargill, well, Mark Henry was saying, Jade, tonight you will be facing the problem Marina Shafir, and you will be putting your TBS women's title on the line. Are you at all concerned about Marina Shafir? Jade Cargill was telling Jade Cargill laughed and said to Mark Sterling, Mark, take care take it away. Mark Sterling was saying, you know, Mark, at first, I was a little concerned about Marina Shafir. Because, yes, she's a black belt in MMA, in mixed martial arts. But then I realized, I bought a black belt myself at Amazon for cheap. And tonight, Jade Cargill is going to remain undefeated, being 30-0, and she's going to retain the TBS Women's title and everything. And then Marina Shafir was saying, money isn't the problem, Mark. I am the problem, and I am going to be Jade's problem and win the TBS Women's title, Mark. And Jade Cargill was saying, you are the problem, Marina? Bitch, please. Tonight, I'm gonna beat your ass, and I'm gonna retain my TBS Women's title because I am that bitch. And everything. And then Mark Henry was saying, well, then Mark Henry said his signature line, well, looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event and everything. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Taz, Excalibur, and Ricky Starks done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And Sean Spears done guest commentary along with Taz, Excalibur, and Ricky Starks during the match between Lance Archer versus Serpentico. Sean Spears done great on guest commentary. The referees for the event were Rick Knox. The referees for the event were Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Rick Knox refereed the match between Adam Cole versus Tomohiro Ishii in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament qualifying match in the men's division. Paul Turner refereed the match between Lance Archer versus Serpentico. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Eddie Kingston versus Daniel Garcia. And Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Jade Cargill versus Marina Shafir for the TBS Women's title. All the referees done awesome as usual. Now, the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite Wednesday night looks like it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. And the match card... Wait a minute. Now, and the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite Wednesday night that's been announced, it's going to be Sammy Guevara versus Scorpio Sky in a ladder match for the AEW TNT title. Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, and Red Dragon, which are Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, versus Dante Martin, the Nightmare Family, which are Brock Anderson and Lee Johnson, and the Varsity Blondes, which are Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. Lance Archer versus Wardlow. Dax Harwood versus Cash Wheeler in an Owen Hart Memorial Cup Tournament qualifying match in the men's division. And Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida in a Philly street fight. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite Wednesday night looks like it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it, and I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage from 2 nights ago, which was April 22nd, 2022. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.